KSW.
All right, well, thanks to our next guest movie, I like to hang out with P. Diddy, drink absinthe, and smoke a joint that was laced with coke, opiates, and angel dust. Please welcome to the show, Jonah Hill.
There you go, Jonah. You got Jeffrey.
Yeah, Jeffrey. I think everybody after the film yesterday was like, actually would be up for checking out that Jeffrey. It looks like fun.
Yeah. Wait till you see what it does to you, though.
Yeah.
In the movie.
No, I think you did a phenomenal job acting because I've had that face that you had before. Like, I was like, what do you mean? What's in here? It's like, whoa.
Of course,
not cool.
We're talking about, and unfortunately we have to wait till June 4th, but we're talking about the movie Get Him to the Greek, which is kind of a spin-off of Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Though, Jonah, you actually play a different role in this new movie.
Yeah. I think the only thing that, shifts between the two movies is that Russell Brand plays Aldous Snow in both films. I play a new character. Thank you. And
you're very welcome, by the way. I'm glad you're here.
No, someone handed me water, so I said thanks. I didn't want to be rude. I forgot I was on the radio.
I thought you could have been an agent. You could have been thanking the agent for letting you play a different character.
No,
could have been anybody.
Thanking your the person who works with you guys who gave me water is very nice.
The intern that doesn't look like an intern.
Yeah, your intern's very attractive.
Jonah, I'm going to tell you something, Jonah. She probably didn't tell you this. She went out and she bought that outfit yesterday because she knew you were coming in. That's a brand new outfit that she's wearing.
Oh my God!
But she dresses like that every day.
But not that outfit. That's totally for Jonah.
But I don't want him to think like she comes in sweatpants every day. But just because Jonah came in, all of a sudden she did this thing with the thing.
Well, I thought she's very cool and very nice. So,
oh, you made her very happy saying that, Jonah.
Yeah,
you really
she was
have.
very cool.
I tell you, it's just like, whatever you've been a part of has just been really, really good. And so we were wondering as we were going to see the screening, we're like, okay, when does his sophomore slump happen, if it would happen at all, because you've done so many. So I went there wondering, like, okay, would this be the movie?
It's going to suck.
Yeah, I mean, because it happens for everybody, you know what I mean? Where they have
Everyone
a movie
makes a crappy movie
it just doesn't hit. So, but we're like, but we like the guy so much, I'm just hoping it doesn't happen. And you carry a lot of this movie, too.
Oh, thanks.
And you know what, man? It was great. And plus, I'm a huge fan of Elizabeth Moss. I think she's so damn.
Oh man,
she's so damn sexy. And,
she's awesome.
And
do you watch Mad Men?
Oh, I love her in Mad Men.
Yeah, Elizabeth Moss, who plays Peggy on Mad Men, plays my girlfriend in the film. And
I was very jealous of you, by the way, because of the fact you got to have Peggy as your girlfriend.
Yeah, well, during the movie, she married my friend Fred Armisen, so it wasn't exactly like it was very. It was she was literally engaged to a guy I'm buddies with. So
Fred, look at Fred. I have so much more respect.
Yeah, she's married to Fred now. I don't know if I don't. I'm sure that's public knowledge.
Well, if it is,
it is now.
We're emailing TMZ as we speak.
Yeah,
and I don't.
They're like married, so I'm sure it's not like in secret or whatever.
That's public record.
Yeah.
How many people have a secret marriage? I know trying to keep the wedding secret because you don't want to have a private time. Right. But I don't know. How many people do we know? Are there secret marriages?
Is it even possible to be married secretly?
We wouldn't know about it, right? And then they would have the secret marriage. But if we did,
I'm secretly married to your intern. I didn't tell you guys that.
I saw the chemistry between the two. Well, that's the one thing I love about the film. Actually, speaking of chemistry, was you and Russell, and then last night we had the Q&A after a screening, and watching you two up in front of the theater. Your chemistry was just hilarious. The two of you just going back and forth was so much fun. I know everyone that was there had a great time watching it.
Those things are so fun because. And first of all, let me just say thank you for saying the movie's good because I really believe in this movie. I would not.
Hilarious.
I would not be pushing you guys a crappy movie. I would be honest and be like, this one kind of sucks. Don't go see it.
But I need some money.
I need to pay my rent this month.
You would probably be falling on every sword if you. I mean, you're traveling around the country to do this.
Yeah, I don't think I would put myself out there. Yeah.
Right.
And also it's the only movie besides Superbad I've been the lead, one of the lead characters of. So I really put a lot of thought and effort and time. I don't rush into movies, so I really waited for a good one, and I think this one holds up.
Well, I got to see it. There was the second time I saw it last night, and I thought, how's it going to be? 2 times over, and it's just as funny. In fact, you're picking up on different jokes that you missed because you were laughing so much in the first time around. It's a great film.
Thanks, man. I'm really, really proud of it for real.
Last night you shared a funny story at the Q&A about the difference between a Seattle crowd for a Q&A as opposed to a crowd in like Lincoln, Nebraska, which you recently did. I was wondering if you could share.
Which are both awesome in different ways. Like I'm not hating on Nebraska folks because they were literally everyone there is the nicest person you've ever met in Nebraska.
Right.
The only thing was Russell and I were making jokes about being gay with each other, as it often goes down that road. When you're just like joking around with your buddies, like almost in a
BJ.
yeah. I mean, not in a. homophobic way or any way like that. It was just more like joking around, like, oh, because we make out in the movie, so then we always do like a riff about like how we make out with each other in real life. You know, like there's like a shocking scene how we like. Yeah. I won't give too much away, but there's some sexy stuff happens between Russell and I, and so I don't know if you call it sexy stuff.
So hilarious,
but thanks, man. And so we were doing a riff. We always like whenever someone asks a question about that, we just do a riff like about how we do that off camera and stuff. And in Nebraska, it was just crickets to that, like not. And so I was like holding a microphone. I was like, Russell, we're in Nebraska. Like that's not cool here. Like I'm pretty sure you get beat up for me.
Yeah, it's like one big closet. Nebraska.
Yeah, it was a huge closet.
Yeah, it is. It's
but I gotta say, the people in Nebraska, like I'm not being rude to them at all because genuinely the nicest people you've ever met. Like every person you walk by is like, hey, how are you? Like, how's it going? Like, you have like a long conversation with them. They're so friendly. The reason why I didn't play the same character from Sarah Marshall is because that guy, although I was proud of him, thought he was a funny character, you would get sick of him watching him for a whole movie. And this guy had to represent the audience. You had to feel like you were along with these insane people, and so he had to be a little more grounded and a little more. Have a normal life, you know.
It does feel like you feel like you can relate to your character, and it's because it's like you're the ultimate fan that gets to spend time with one of your favorite artists, but you're realizing that he's not as cool as you thought he was in the first place, and in fact he's completely insane. And how do you keep up with this guy?
Yeah, and it's also if you're an ambitious person, like where does the line start where your morals kick in and like what you will and won't do to become successful, and that's like I think an interesting thing to play on in this kind of movie.
Well, and I know we have to wrap it up, Jonah. We could spend a lot of time with you, and
lock the doors.
But I want to say this: this movie not only is very hysterical and very funny, but what I like about a movie that has a lot of layers is that if you study all of these characters, and that's why if you go to the movie multiple times, which is I plan to do, you get to sit back and you get to see you learn something from Russell's character. He learns something from you. We learn about what drives people into entertainment in the first place. Mm-hmm. Usually horrible, dysfunctional relationship.
Right.
Not everybody has that, but you can see that there's some sort of searching that goes on. That if someone doesn't use therapy, they usually maybe use entertainment, if you will. You see it with both guys, and it really is. It's a heartwarming buddy film in its own way.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean when we make these movies, especially Get Him to the Greek and Superbad, were ones for me that were like, all right, it's got to be crazy and hardcore, and we got to like be as hardcore as we can. But at the same time, you have to relate to the characters, and at the same time, you have to walk away feeling, not in any sort of cheesy way, but a form of sentiment or a form of like that. It's like it has heart to it, I think that's what we go for.
Yeah, and Chris Plaza, we've talked to Chris Plaza a couple of times.
Great guy.
And he is a great guy. I mean, again, a nice guy. And Jonah, I know you got to go. I just want to end it like this and say we really appreciate you schlepping here this early in the morning in our studio.
I almost didn't make it, guys.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you.
What happened last night?
No disrespect to you guys, but and I'm a wuss too. Like we literally been going to bed early every day on this tour. Like not even from partying or anything. I literally went home and watched The Informant, and then when my alarm hit, I just clicked that thing off.
Listen, we were hurting in the elevator last night. Do you remember? I said, "Hey, dude, I'll see you in the morning." You were just like, you were still sweating because it was so freaking hot.
That was
scorching hot in there.
I hate when it's really hot somewhere and you perspire because you don't want. When I get nervous, I perspire sometimes, and my girlfriend always makes fun of me because I'm like. If I'm like in an awkward social situation or something, that's my body's reaction to being uncomfortable. And so it was genuinely like 80 or 90 degrees in that theater.
Really warm.
So I didn't want to feel like I was nervous. I just was actually hot. So I hated the fact that it was hot in there. But Russell was too. So I asked him, I was like,
oh, yeah,
I'm not crazy. It was like really hot in there.
Take his jacket off and everything. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, Jonah, I know you got to go. But man, anytime you want to come on this show, we appreciate that you took the time. And we also love talking movies. And we're the kind of show, if we don't like a movie, we just won't have the person on. We're not about smashing anybody.
Right.
Look, we just won't talk about it.
Yeah.
But when we like movies, man, we love to just talk to guys like you because we know you care about the craft. And we just love movies ourselves, especially movies that like this. They're fun. There's a message.
Great music in it. it?
Oh,
Yeah,
great
great.
music.
Oh, cool, yeah.
Can't wait to get the
And
soundtrack.
Seattle's a great music town. I've never been here before, right?
And Drug Town, really.
Shea Morning Experience on 99.9 KISW.